How you doing? I'm Chuck Gieling, Director of Sales and Marketing for JT Sports. We're at PBL Extravaganza 2009, the September show. We're going to talk a little bit about the history of JT and what's been going on essentially for the last year and a half. It's been a pretty aggressive transformation for the company. We took a position about 18 months ago, as I said, to literally transform how we do things and to bring JT back to the legacy and the tradition of what it was back in the days when John Gregory had it. So you'll see here we've got a little bit of timeline, and then the first step in our transformation is pretty much acknowledging the past. JT was legendary back in the day for safety, quality, commitment, legendary products in the motocross industry. So as you'll see, kind of going back into that history of 1970 and then moving through the timelines, not only of the riders and the products that we have here as well, but then in the mid-90s, kind of making a transition into paintball when John decided it was time to move on from motocross into the paintball world. Then from there, kind of taking the step, bringing out absolutely the top, best professional paintball players here, of Oliver Lang, Rich Telford, Mike Hansey of Blues Crew, all sorts of great people. Some of the great Dynasty guys, Yosh and Ryan and Alex Frazee, everybody else. So in that being said, though, one of the things we also decided to do in our branding strategy, like I said, paying attention to the past but looking forward into the future, was sort of resurrecting and putting a new polish on the JT logo. And in doing so, we've brought forth this new kind of polished look of JT, similar to the old JT Racing logo that so many generations of consumers know and understand and appreciate from back in the racing day and back in the early paintball days. And in doing so, you're going to see here, and we're going to walk through some of the new products that JT's coming out with this in 210. Only the first round of new products, but definitely a sneak glimpse into what's happening at JT. And then from there, as we move into the next year, there's going to be a whole group of other new products that are coming out across all product categories. As I said, ultimately focusing on the top end and then moving down from there. That being said, I'm going to bring in Jason Israel here, who's our product development manager for Sewn Goods Apparel. Jason's the one that designed absolutely the best paintball gear out in the market, and have him talk about it.
How you guys doing? I'm Jason Israel, product developer and manager of our Sewn Goods line here at JT. I just want to walk you through our new line, 2010. In the past, we've done a pro and team series, so it's a two-tier. This year, we're just sticking with one item. One line. It's going to be the FX Concept series. All of our high-end stuff. Starting over here, we've got our FX Armor. It's a polyester lining, mesh inserts for breathability. Super good, balance-proof, open-cell foam. Continuing down on protection, we've got our elbow pads, all thermoform DVA, built-in gloves, straps, pants, guys. These things are awesome, tested and approved. Blues Crew, Sacramento Excessive. I've been working really closely with Junior Brown, Rich Telford, Blue Hansey, Deuce Hansey. Great items, you guys are gonna love it. Also, FX Gear Bag. It's gonna be one of two items in our luggage line. Let's move on over here. Coming down here, we've got our knee pads. FX Harness, light. It's super flexible, up to 13 pods. Our FX gloves, Kevlar palm, silicone print. Tank covers, two colors, olive and gray. Same with the pants, same with the gloves. FX Harness Light. We've got our FX Harness 4+5 printed on the inner strap. TPR pull tabs. Great lumbar support. This is going to be a huge item for you guys. Let's move on down here real quick. On our other mannequin, just so you guys can see some of the colorways, gloves, olive pants. This right here is our travel bag. Can fit in the overhead. Super lightweight. This is a great item. Fully accessible, goes real well with the gear bag. We are also going to check out all of our lifestyle apparel. We've got hoodies, t-shirts, you name it. We're bringing it all in 2010 FX Series line. All right, guys, that wraps it up for our 2010 line, FX Series, all of our sewn goods. I'm going to bring it back to Chuck Gieling. He's going to go ahead and talk about our IVT systems, ProFlex Revolutions. It goes on.
Right on. Thanks, Jason. So what else do we have? JT Legendary in masks. What we have here, ProFlex Revolution. ProFlex Spectra lens system, 260 degrees of peripheral vision, but what we've done is we've added some new features in the soft molded skirt here. Still a modular component system. We also have these soft flexible ears, two colors, black and white. You can interchange them. Absolutely a phenomenal new system there. Our new stealth marker, lightweight, rugged, durable. So definitely for any field of play, this is a great marker. Super compact, like I said, super lightweight. Flex 8 for the scenario player. Got a couple of great new colors here in the full head shield, the reverse sand and the olive. And last but not least, our IVT tanks. This is something that hands down is going to change the industry in CO2 tanks. What you'll see here is a 3-component system that differentiates it from any other tank in the market. First and foremost, it's got an integrative valve that, as you'll see here, absolutely eliminates accidental valve separation. So if you screw into the SA of your gun and you're unscrewing, even if the actual valve does come unscrewed, you'll see from the threading down here in the bonnet, it actually seats down in there with the pin and it will not release any gas if that happens to come undone. So if it does, on a normal tank, you have a missile that'll shoot across the room. With this IVT technology, absolutely will not happen. The burst disc, now off the valve in the neck, down in the side of the bottle. So if you drop your bottle, you'll see here that it's protected, absolutely protected, so now the burst disc won't get knocked off. And one of the coolest features, fill indicator. You got a thermal strip on the side of the tank right here. You'll hear a little bit of a rolling in there. Well, that's a little metal ball. That little metal ball floats on the gas. So depending on how long you've been playing, you just give the old tank a little swirl, and as you'll see here, if that ball goes across that thermal strip, it tells you how much gas. How many times you go out with a CO2 tank and you don't know how much gas you have? Now you just give it a little twirl, you know. Now you don't have to worry about going out, running out of gas, and having to leave the field of play. Absolutely the best, safest tank out there with great new functionality. So we've talked a little bit about the history of JT, sort of moving forward with some new branding elements. We've talked about product is king for us, absolutely positively having the best product out in the market. But none of that means anything to the dealer or to the store owner unless it looks good on the shelf. So what we've done with our new branding elements is we've completely taken over and are in the process of going over and redoing every bit of existing packaging we have, as well as all new packaging with a complete new look for not only JT, but also the quality view loader line of products as well. You'll see you've got sleek new looks, branding bars. We polished up and kind of moved forward with the view loader logo. Sort of matches the JT logo as well here. Definitely with that focus of product being product number one in our minds, now making the product a centerpiece. All of our different types of packaging from high end to low end has different features. High end spot UV treatment, tin foil, or gold foiling to really kind of differentiate it from the other grades. Easy to take off, easy to look at, you can display it well. Absolutely fantastic stuff. So there, you've got rebranding of the company, new product focus, and a whole new look on the shelves and how we display our product. And from that, we talk about acknowledging the past and moving forward in the future. JT is 40 years old. I don't know of any other paintball company or really any other action sport company that's been around for 40 years. We take that really seriously here at JT. The group of people now that are running and designing the products for the company and running the company are just drop dead passionate about paintball. We live it, we eat it, we breathe it. So for that and for us, everything we do here now is totally centered around the paintball player, and more specifically the dealer and the shop owner and the field owner, to help them sell product, to help them make money, to help keep the sport alive. So 2010, come support JT, come support paintball. Wish us a happy birthday. Enjoy.